were some announcements this week turning around and saying that on the government website about beaches being closed in the Philippines, that you weren't allowed to use the beaches. Well, that information was incorrect from the advisory board. Yeah, the beaches are all open because when it's hot, and there are 5 or 6 places in the Philippines at the present time where the temperature is 47 degrees. 47 degrees. That's a killer. So if you're going out, one, take an umbrella with you. The umbrella's just not for keeping the water off your head, it's for also keeping you in the shade and making sure there's a breeze around you. When you turn around and you are out in the sun, try not to be out in the sun between 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the afternoon when it's at its fiercest. Annie goes to school, and during the afternoon Annie rests. She takes her siesta and we have the AC on because the apartment does get very, very hot. The sun is unforgiving on brickwork, roofs, windows, anything. But on your skin, it's especially harmful. Gives you the vitamin D, gives you everything that you want to have here, and it's great to be out in the sun, but you need to be careful. Get an umbrella, get some shade, get a big hat, get some shade. Kuya, ini kayo. Oh, it's 39 today. And you forget that the sun can turn around and cause lots of problems. You end up with a tingly feeling on your body. You end up with feeling dizzy and lightheaded. The first thing that you get affected with is your eyesight, because your water level in your body is reduced. That's right. So when I go out, I turn around and I take bottled water, and if I run out of bottled water and I can't get bottled water, or there isn't any, because got to remember, people want to buy small bottled water, so sometimes shops, the 7-Elevens, the Carinderias, the small little convenience stores have run out of the water. They're too big. You can go into a McDonald's, or you can go into a Jollibee, or you can go into a KFC, you can go into a food outlet, and you can ask them for water, and they will give you a cup of water, but it is only a cup. To 47 degrees, it doesn't last long when your body sweats it out. I tend to sweat all down my arms and my shoulders and my neck and my head, but I do rehydrate. I do turn around and drink fluids. Diet drinks are the best for me, or milk is good for me, bottled water is good for me. But last year and the year before, I found a little trick, was if you go into some of these supermarkets, they sell frozen fruit like blueberries, strawberries, mangoes, melon, and I tend to turn around and buy a bottle of water, and I put some of that into that water. And that acts as give me my vitamins, but it also gives me some fibre, but it also helps my digestion, also helps dilute some of the sugar levels that are in, and it slowly releases natural antitoxins and antibodies into you to help you maintain your an equilibrium. But the heat will turn around and dry you out. You will sweat it out, and you can sweat at least 2 litres of liquid a day here in the Philippines when it's the summer season. Statistics turn around and say that it's about 6,000 to 10,000 people a year die of heat stroke in the Philippines. Rehydrate with coffee and your Filipina. Rehydrate. Replace the body fluids with your Filipina. Have a cinnamon stick at Cinnamon Bon for 195 peso with your Filipina. Look after yourself when you're here. It has so much to offer. And if you're at the beach, it's great. You just get up, you walk into the ocean, you cool down, you come back out, and you just sit down, you can continue that conversation. If you turn around and you end up with heat stroke, or you think you've got heat stroke, you need to get yourself in the shade. You need to cool yourself down. You need to raise your feet slightly if you're laying down, so it's putting less pressure on your heart. You need to turn around and get a damp cloth and put it on your forehead and the back of your neck. The places that you sweat is where you need to turn around and put the damp cloth under your armpits, yeah, down by your groin, yeah, behind your knees. Those are the areas where you sweat, and you've got those pores that get rid of the fluid. When you are turning around and sweating here in the Philippines, you're getting rid of minerals and natural salts. Those minerals will accumulate and they'll turn around and start to chafe or give you a rash in those areas, like between your thighs and your nether regions, or underneath your armpits, or behind your ears. You'll end up with this mineral salt rash, which then can get infected with the dust, and it will split, and it takes a lot of time. Remember, watch the sun, wear a hat. 70% of your body heat loss is through your head. So when I used to work on sea, your head was the place you needed to cover up, because your body gets rid of all of its natural heat, which causes you hypothermia. Here, you're not looking for hypothermia, you're looking for heat stroke, where your body temperature rises above the norm. 5 degrees above the norm will give you heat stroke, and it is debilitating. It is very difficult to turn around, because 1 minute you're feeling good and the next minute you're not. Try to keep away from caffeine drinks. Try to do your body, natural body fluids is what you're looking for. You know, have a little bit of salt in your water, have a little bit of fruit in your water. Don't turn around and think you're impervious to be getting heat stroke. I've had it a couple of times and it knocks you out. It really knocks you out. You get nausea feeling, you've got no energy, you become a little bit disorientated. You're trying to speak and what's coming out is a load of gobbledygook. You can't become coherent. But if you come in here, watch the sun from this time of the year to the end of October.
In a
Philippines has so much to offer. Not just girls, boys, transgender, beer or beaches. Take care.